Good morning, everybody. I'm Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and I got my Secret Service back. I couldn't be happier to have these two boys out roaming the farm where they should be, but for their protection, we did the neighborly thing and keeping them in the fence, and they slept in the shop at night because, well, we had to keep their food separated from the horses. So they are back. They are back, and they are happy, and I am happy. Now, that brings me to this guy, Mr. Nugget. And I have his food put up. If y'all may can see, I've got the goose food put up as well. And that is because Gus and Loretta are in this pasture somewhere, and they won't come back to the other side. So, yes, oh, I see one of them. Gus is down here at the pond. I don't know if my camera will go that far or not. There's Mr. Gus. He is not in the least interested to come eat pig food because, well, he and Loretta have joined the Hog Wild clan to where they're trying to get their own wild pig feed. Oh, he sees me. I wish they would come back over. I really need to leave the goose food out and let them eat without me standing over them. I just don't want to take a chance of the pigs getting in the chicken feed or goose feed, so to speak. There's Gus, and here's Miss Loretta up against the fence line over here. She looks like she may be knee deep in some nuts over there enjoying herself, but I do know that Gus sees me, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to hang out over here for a few minutes and let Nugget eat a little of his emu feed before I take it away. And then maybe the pigs will come on the other side. If they do, I'm shutting the gate so the geese can have a buffet for a while. Well, buddy, that didn't last long. You just wanted a bite, didn't you? That's all it took. Just a bite today. The gate is open. Y'all can see right there. He has the ability to go to the other side, and so do the geese, and so do the pigs. Now, whether they choose to do that is a whole nother story. But yesterday evening, I did come over, and the geese were up here asking for their food. So while the pigs were resting somewhere that they chose, I didn't want to leave that food out all night. Gus is coming. This is good. Now, whether Loretta will come is a whole nother story. This might not be such a good idea, but I'm headed over to where Loretta is rooting and gonna try to get her to see me so we can head back up to the barn for a while. But today, as y'all can see, it's very foggy, and the temperatures are supposed to be up around 77, so quite warm here in Alabama. We do have some rain coming in, and I think the northern part of the state is going to get more rain than what we get here, hence the pond going down, which is what we want. We're marking projects off our list. Is that what in the world did you just eat? I don't know what that was. I don't know what you just ate. Ma'am? Okay. How about you come over here and eat some pig feed this morning? Come on. Come on, let's see if you won't follow me. Come on. Jason gets tickled because I can't follow with the camera. Sometimes I get a little carried away with my trying to focus, but I'm not a professional filmer like he is, and I don't intend to be. So this is what you get. All right, she's following me by way of running and squealing. Now Gus is down here in the bottom. This is good. This is good. Nugget said this is great. So I can leave his bucket hanging, put the goose food down. And there's no way to feed the geese and let them stay over here all the time because they'll find a way to get it, the pigs. They'll find a way to get that goose food. And of course, they're about the same height, so can't put it out of reach. Come on, boys and girls. All right, Nugget said, all right is right. Get those pigs out of here. So that means I'm already breaking my routine, which I started going to the chickens first so I could bring the eggs back to the barn. But me trying to get the pigs out of here means I got to go to the barn first and the chickens last. All right, come on, Gus. You being mighty slow. Come on, Loretta. Good girl. Good girl. They probably don't need any food, but I'm going to give them a little something. Boy, he's slow, isn't he? Nugget said, I run circles around you, boy. Nugget, if you want to come over here, you can, but I'm going to put you back over eventually. All right. Just what we wanted. All right, so Nugget said, I'm staying over here. I'm not going with those pigs right now. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast in peace. And I thought Jason was crazy when we built these pastures to put all these separate gates in here. Lo and behold, little did I know, if we hadn't had them, we'd be in big trouble because we wouldn't be able to separate the animals. We wouldn't be able to pass through ourselves. It'd be a mess. They're definitely not getting in a hurry. Well, I guess you decided that you could never have enough food, right? Never have enough. Since we're coming up here, we might as well be eating, right? I'll get you a little something just for obeying. I hear somebody. Pocket, you ready to eat this morning, girl? So I've been sorting through some things that were on this shelf. It's a mixture of tools and barn stuff and whatnot. And so I got a mess going. We're getting things done around here. Indeed we are. All right, sweet girl, where are you? Oh, I see you. Oh, goodness, didn't get your rest out last night? Well, you and Peaches slept in separate beds and you still didn't sleep. My goodness. Well, I'm going to get you fed. So all will be well in that category. And here comes my kitty cat, Mr. Bramble himself. Y'all know that I cannot come in this barn and this little fella, or big fella, not greet me immediately. He is the sweetest cat. And I think that he prefers me. And it's different for all of them. Some I feel like prefer Jason, maybe even Biscuit. But this guy, he's a Brooke fan. Let's get Peaches fed, okay? We can have a little bit of love and then we gotta feed Peaches. And Loretta and Gus, don't forget about them. I bet everybody could have guessed where they'd find you at. You have officially claimed this bed as your own, and sometimes you have a friend and sometimes you don't. Today you're sleeping solo. So 2 pigs are being fed for their good deed of coming back to this side of the pasture, and it won't be long and she'll be carrying that bowl. I figured it out. What has to happen is it has to get light enough. She has to eat the food down to where she can actually carry it, because when it's full, it's too heavy for her. So when she eats it down and she starts running, you know that she's eaten about half of it. She's gonna carry the rest of it around, get to a point where she's solo, and consume the rest of it. Well, let's go let these crazies out. The 2 young emus that are approaching a year old, if y'all can believe that. Wow, the sun's coming out. Approaching a year old, these boys, and they're quite silly. Both in the stall. Y'all slept in the stall last night together. Good boys, good boys. So y'all come on out before we let the goats out. Come on, Ernest, the gate's open. Atta good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness, Jesse. What in the world do you call yourself doing? You're a little dirty donkey. Yes, you are. Look at your face. Yeah. You got a little dirt on your nose. You better get up. Those emus are going to peck you on your head. Or my head, one. I just about got. He wasn't interested in Jesse. I was more concerned for Jesse, but I think I should have been concerned with myself. All right, come on out, crew. Come on out. Oh, Jesse. She's rolling again. She's rolling again. Wrong way, Brooke. These two are, well, Honey, she's clean as can be. You can see Honey doesn't, well, I'm sure she has some dirt on her, but not like Jessie. Jessie had to take a dust bath this morning. And then, of course, Ernest T's got to put it in overdrive for a minute. It won't be long before our goats are going to need a new bale of hay. Laura, you just about lost it there trying to get on top. Y'all can eat from the outside. I don't know why you feel like you got to get all up in there. And then there's the cows. If y'all remember the last video, we had a little fun with the cows trying to put that hay bale out because I forgot to lock them up when we were feeding. So I will not make that mistake again, even though it was quite comical. The goats, I always make sure I lock them up. I wouldn't even attempt to put out a hay bale with these goats in here. So Tater isn't mooing today. She must be completely satisfied with her food situation. Even so, we're gonna give her a little grain. That's how we inspect these cows and get a once over and make sure everybody's doing okay. And there are 3 of 5 at the trough. And I don't know where my little dog went. Dee Dee was with me. Oh, Pocket, I'm sorry, I forgot. Dee Dee was with me. And then when I went into Nugget's pasture, it's almost like she said, I'm going back home. I can't walk in there with that emu, and I'm not walking outside the fence. So grabbed Pocket and Peach's food. And I hate to tell the cows, but we got to take care of these first. Yes, we do. We have a new mechanism on Pocket's gate here, or Peach's gate, so to speak, because may or may not have been an episode where Pocket showed us that she can indeed open gates. Can't you, girl? No, she said, no, I can't. All right, Peaches first. Peaches first. Come on, big girl. There you go. You get your breakfast, and Pocket goes outside to have hers. Gotta shut your stall, or this little sneak right here, she'll be right in there fast as you can say, don't do that, and she'll be eating Peach's food. We don't want that. So here we are outside. Pocket, I'll get you some hay in just a minute, girl. That's why I locked Peach's door. You finish yours and you think what's Peach's is yours and what's Peach's is hers. So not gonna happen today. All right, girls and boys. Little man, you're not gonna cut up today, are you? I know one thing. I'm gonna cut that fence off first. Mildred, that wasn't very nice of you. Nope, it wasn't. Here, Tater. Now here comes Big Moody. Now I gotta get Matilda situated. Uh-oh, girl. Did you get your horn stuck? Huh? All right. I got your bucket and I gotta get your other bucket. There you go. There you go. I filled up the cow's water and I caught a glimpse of Fifi watching something, and I thought, what is she looking at? But then I saw Loretta. Y'all can see her right behind Fifi on the other side of the fence. She had her bowl and she was carrying it. Hate I didn't get a glimpse of her actually carrying it, but I got somebody trying to get me on this side. Yeah, she brought it over here and decided that she would, I'm gonna back up. Y'all scare me. She's just gonna finish it over here. Every single day. Fifi thinks she's gonna get a bite of what Loretta's got. You mean to tell me you got finished that quick and you already need your hay? I mean, Peaches, I guarantee you Peaches isn't. She's close to being finished. She's real close to being finished. Time gets away from us. All right, I'll get you fixed up. All right, sweet girl. You ought to be happy now. I got your hay fixed up. And that ought to satisfy you for a while. I came just in the nick of time because some pig opened this door. Looks like she turned around though when she said, I got one more little smidgen of food in this bowl before I decide to go outside this morning. I think you probably got it all, girl. I really think you do. Look, there's nothing left. Nothing left. You enjoyed your breakfast, didn't you? Cleaned your plate. Yes, you did. I'm going to take this bowl. I think I am. I'm going to take this bowl so we can have it for tomorrow. Okay? So I'm kind of glad I got detoured this morning and came to the barn first before taking care of the chickens, because I got quite a stack of egg gathering baskets here that I need to... Goodness. Is it the black silky again? Yes. Girl, what are you squawking about today? Same place, different day. Snow White, what's she talking about? Anyway, I've got to come up with a way to keep the baskets in the coop. I mean, it was the same situation with the other coop. The other coop's baskets, they got scattered about everywhere too, but I want this to be better. And I got to figure out a way to keep these baskets without them being strode all over the coop. Oh, I remembered something. I've got a clean mat for a nesting box that I brought out yesterday that needed to be replaced. So I'm going to get that taken care of too. I only have so many hands. Loretta, you give me a hand with this? Loretta says she's not interested in giving me a hand. I bet I know who would give me a hand. My lovely Sylvester. Hey, thought you were gonna help. There's my Bramble. He's gotta peek out the door and watch. But any kind of shelf I put in there, they're gonna think it's a roost. So I thought about putting something like not a clothes hanger, but like a clothes hanger hook. Maybe put me a rod. I still think they might try to roost on it. They've got ample roosting space, but any opportunity that they see, they're going to use as a roost. So I don't really know what to do, but I want to get the baskets off the floor. And I want to have a way to, obviously they can't go outside because they'll get wet. My crew is indeed waiting for me. Oh, look at y'all. Pretty girls and boys waiting on their treats. Ryan the roaster up front. Ryan the rooster, I should say. All right, boys and girls. We're about to have to add to our treat bucket. Getting kind of low. I don't know who that is that makes that little high-pitched wheep noise. I wish I could see who it is. Y'all don't be ugly. There's enough for everybody. Cheese, you being a good boy? Huh? Yeah. I just noticed something that I wanted to show y'all. In the last video, I showed you that we had some hen bit, which is, well, it's basically what most people would call a weed. It's also known as dead nettle. Let's see if I can't see some. Here it is, over here. See it all down there? You can see the little purple flowers that are on it. Not only do we have the dead nettle that's blooming, but where did it go? There are multiples of these, just not very many in the chicken coop area. Look at this. That is a dandelion. And there are multiple dandelions blooming. And here we are the first week of January. So these spring-like temperatures have everything confused. And I hope it doesn't come back and bite us, because some of these plants, roses even, are putting on buds, and it's not springtime. But their clock is a little messed up. So much so that yesterday I cut grass. Out by our road front out here, the grass had grown and I had to cut it. So cutting grass in January is not something that I normally have to do. So y'all can see some of our baskets here, and they're on the floor in the coop. And I mean, they serve their purpose, but they also, sometimes the chickens kick them and they get rolled around. I just want to come up with a solution. I got plenty of space. We're going to continue the nesting boxes and let them go on down to finish out this wall side. I've also got chickens that are roosting. This is part of a support, not intended for a roost, but that's fine. Maybe I should just add some more roosts going across here and hope that they would not use. I think if I put a bar, maybe from here to here, and put little hooks on it and hang my baskets from there, they won't try to nest on it. Gotta come up with something, because I certainly don't like to come in here and have to hunt for baskets. Here's one all the way on the other side of the coop. So it's something that needs to be changed. And we knew going into it that there would be things that would need to be a little bit different. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful everything about it up until, you know, now. I don't have any complaints. I do wish that we could figure out a way to keep the manure from hitting that bottom board, and I will figure that out too. So one step at a time. We are definitely scratching some projects off of our list, and we will have time to do some things that we need to do. All right, so we got some pretty eggs today, girls. Not a lot of them, but they're pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 eggs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for winter time. I'm wanting to get in here to replace this pad that's in here, but I don't know if she's got to lay an egg. Oh, there you are. There you are. Come on in, girl. Tell everybody what you're about to do. You're going to lay that big green egg, aren't you? Yes, ma'am. And I don't think you're going to lay anything. You're just coming to check it out. She's not squatted down. Maybe she's just mad because I'm standing here. Let me get out of her way. All right. Just close this one back. Come on out. You just standing there talking? Yeah? And this girl over here, she thinks she's gonna get maybe she knows that's what she lays her eggs on. She's just gonna get on it out of the box and lay her an egg. Tell her to get out. I think she's just mad at me. I think she's probably already laid her egg, but she's mad because I'm in here bothering. What you think her deal is? You go on in. There's nobody in there. Good girl. She is still on the other one. Oh. Oh, yay. I knew you didn't have to do anything. Come on. All right, good girl. Now we can change this nesting pad out. All right, just like Jason says, they got clean sheets on their bed. The other one's fairly clean, so gonna clean this one off and then I'll have that extra one. Well, I walked back to the barn so I could squirt this mat off and have it ready to swap out when I need to for the chicken nesting box. And look what I found. Pigs piled up, side by side. I think they must have had a all-nighter, because usually they're out foraging, but they obviously got their bellies full and decided to just take a break. I don't blame y'all. It's good to take a break every now and then. Well, it really didn't matter if I came back here today because I forgot. I'm out of eggs at the house too. So just like our neighbors that appreciate those chickens and buying those farm fresh eggs, Brooke and Jason and Mary Carl and Brooke's mama appreciate those farm fresh eggs because we consume a lot ourselves. So we do have a few that we can add to the stand, but wintertime's slow, and I think our people know that. They know that chickens slow down, not commercial chickens because they add light and heat and all that good stuff, and they, you know, I've had people ask, well, why don't you add a light to your chickens? Chickens are born with the number of eggs in their body that they're going to lay throughout their entire life. So if I add a light, that means that chicken's eggs might be depleted at the age of 2 versus the age of 5. Yes, they would lay more eggs, but it's also going to put more of a strain on them to do so because they're having to push them out faster. And chicken's egg cycle is based on light. So the more light, the more they're going to lay. And as the days get longer, that natural cycle will take place and we'll get more eggs in the spring. But we just feel that we want to do things naturally and to each its own. If you choose to add a light, that's you. But I know each chicken is born with the number of eggs that it will lay in its entire life. Now, I'm out at the front of the property because I told y'all I cut grass out here yesterday. And when I cut grass, I noticed something else that struck me that shouldn't be here right now. I've got a lock in this gate that is not wanting to come out. All right, there we go. And that is this. I left what you can see looks like weeds, but y'all look. You see that right there? That right there? Those are daffodils. That right there? That's a daffodil. And while it's hard to kind of see it, you don't really notice it from the road. Up here you can really tell it. Let's go up here. There's a piece of trash. Pick that up. Boy, I wish people wouldn't throw their trash out the window. So aggravating. But here we go. Look at the daffodils. You can really see them here. Of course, I don't mow over the top of them. And the weeds do grow behind them, but gosh, we're gonna have daffodils again, but this time in January. And that's where I'm going with the cold weather. Yes, we're gonna have more cold weather. It's not completely gone. And I just hope these things don't bud out and really get a taste of spring and we not get anything during the spring. But we can't control the weather. It is a little odd that we have daffodils coming up the fence row from one end to the other in front of our property. And I wanted to show y'all that. Y'all sure are excited this morning. Yes, you are. I've seen a lot of activity from you two since you've been out. You were happy when you were inside, but you're much happier now that you're outside. I think you just want to be with us. And we want to be with y'all too, and we're happy that we have a fence that can keep y'all in and safe. And yes, that is Rocky right there. He is full of it this morning. Bandit is the one with the green collar. Rocky's hair's grown out so you can't really see, but he has a red collar on. Rocky Red. All right, boys, y'all come on. I know you gotta go with me. Oh my goodness. It's warm, isn't it? It is Very warm. I am sweating today. Rocky, you are full of it today, buddy. Huh? He's a mess, isn't he, Bandit? Yeah, he's a happy boy. Yes, you are. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you. I think he's going to get you. Look at him, all squatted down. He's going to get you, Bandit. He's going to get you. You better look out. Ooh, got you, brother. Well, one last thing I want to talk about before we end this video, and that is the Cog County school bus. And if you've never heard us call it that, it's because early on we painted it yellow and we thought it looked like a school bus. It served its purpose for a very long time here as our chicken coop. And it's not the easiest thing in the world for us to move. So we made a decision that we would gift this coop to some of our friends who could use it. And I just feel like sometimes it's better to pay it forward than to try to sell something or try to get monetary gain out of it. Can't always do that, but in this situation, there is some friends of ours that they need this coop and it will better their farm. So wasn't a very difficult decision once we realized that there's somebody that can use it and will appreciate it and love this old bus just like we did for many years. And who knows, they maybe even can figure out a way to make it easier to move and without using the leveling jacks that we had to use. I don't know. But stay tuned because I'm sure they'll have a video and I'm sure that they will be happy to have a new chicken coop on their farm. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video and stay tuned for finding out where the chicken coop lands. It will have a new home, I do believe, in my next video. So stay tuned and y'all be good.